Alright, welcome to the next edition of Baseball Club tonight. On this July evening, right before the All-Star break. I'm here with Joey and Jesse. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
That's good. And I have some little history I want to share before I have Joey share his history that he just talked to us about. So I was at the AAA Blue Sox doubleheader yesterday, and for the first time ever, in both games of the seven-inning doubleheader, I saw two grand slams by the same team. I assume that has happened before in Major League Baseball, but Julie, you can correct me on that.
Well, it's happened multiple times actually, but the rarity of two grand slams by the same player is not that it's really rare actually, let alone by
The
so
same team.
yes. The only person to ever have two grand slams in the same inning, and I was even 4 years old when it happened. Jesse may have been in high school, I think. It was May
What
23rd,
Tatis?
Fernando Tatis Sr., yes. May
Yes,
23rd,
April.
1999. And keep in mind, that was his best season he ever had. He never was as good as he was after that. But two grand
Mm.
slams off the same pitcher in the same inning.
Same
And Vince
pitcher?
Scully was on the call.
Same pitcher?
Same pitcher, same inning by the same hitter. It's one of
No.
those that'll never get done again, like Johnny Vandermeer, who had back to back no hitters. He had one start where he threw a no hitter, then another start where he threw a no hitter. But the only reason that'll never be broken is because you have to do it 3 times in a
Yeah.
row. And and let alone Tatis doing it twice in one inning is remarkable, but no one, and I mean no one, will ever do that again. Two
Yeah.
in one inning by the same player, I don't think it's happened
No.
since.
The last
No.
two, the like
Go
the
ahead,
ones I
Jesse.
see are Nomar Carsapara, May 10th, 1999, and then Bill Moeller,
Yeah,
Another one.
Boston Red Sox, and the last one was 2009 by Josh Willingham.
yeah, no, you can hit two grand slams in the same game, but it's let alone in the same inning, it'll never happen again.
Yeah,
And the first grand slam the Blue Sox hit was down. No, it was to take the lead 5-4 in the bottom of the sixth. So they were really lucky to win that game in order to win it in seventh for game one. And then when I saw them hit another one in the second game, I was just like, has this not ever happened before? Two in the same day on double headers? I mean,
It's
by the same team.
possible. It's possible. Just in a 9 inning doubleheader, I'm sure it's possible. But in the
Yeah,
minors for a 7 inning doubleheader, it's probably happened more than once.
yeah,
I don't define that as rare. Well, it's rare, but it's it's
mm,
probably had a long distinction between how long it's been. That's what I think.
yeah. And tell us the car that you just found out.
So this is actually very rare. This is even rarer than what Tatis did. So because he's the only person ever to do that. But Tyler Tolbert, he ended his streak today, but he's the fifth player ever to have 12 hits and 12 at bats. He's the
Mm,
third to have 12 hits and 12 plate appearances behind Johnny Kling in 1902, Pinky Higgins in 1938, Walt Droppo in 1952, and Jose Miranda. Jose Miranda was the one who ended up having who was those are the four guys who were part of the 12 hits and 12 at bats. So he's number 5. It's truly remarkable how talented of a hitter you have to be, and you
yeah,
have to understand. Ted Williams didn't do it. Tony Gwynn didn't do it. Some of the best hitters in baseball history, even Pete Rose didn't do it.
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth, yeah, no, it's incredible when you see these guys just go off for 12 consecutive at bats or plate appearances and have a hit every single time. Because it's like
Who
Ichiro
does he
when
play for?
he plays for the Kansas City Royals.
Uh,
But the funny thing is, the more I think about it, the more I'm going down the rabbit hole. But
what the Yankees been on?
no, not that. I don't think they lost today. I think they actually won. Yeah, they won against Tampa Bay 12-4.
Mm,
Boston did win, though. Okay.
yeah.
Stop me if you heard this before. Boston gets a new manager, and David gets upset because the previous manager gets fired. The Red Sox are at the point where they're only 5 games under 500 now. I don't think I would have been able to say that when they were 9-19, though.
Yeah.
So since Alex Cora has been fired, they've gone 34-29. 34-29. That's truly impressive for
More
Chad
inches.
Tracy. Not as impressive as Don Mattingly, though.
Mm.
Don Mattingly, let me see. Because I know Philly's been on fire lately too, but they're stuck behind a red hot Marlins team right now. Who have they've been tearing off wins like nobody's business. I don't think they won today against Seattle again. So they're now 52-42. Miami, by the way.
Wow.
I did not expect anything out of Miami, but Sandy Alcantara is actually back on his Cy Young campaign stretch that he was on, but I did not expect him to be good. The Phillies are here's something you wouldn't hear me say. The Phillies and the Marlins are tied right now with their current records at 52-42.
Mm.
And that's tied for, I think, second place. Because I know Atlanta is up at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And they won 10-5. But get this. Atlanta's been so sloppy. They're 54-38. They had I know they had a massive lead coming into this. I don't know what's gone on with them. They beat Mitch Keller and the Pirates today, but they had a homer fest today in Pittsburgh. But based off the standings, looking at that National League East now, it's a 3-game deficit for the Marlins and the Phillies. And then you have the Nationals, who are actually still in it too, at 48-46. So that's going to be really interesting because the Dodgers already have their division wrapped up. That was not a big surprise. Brewers have their division where they're up by 7 games. But the Red Sox aren't in the cellar anymore. The Baltimore Orioles have fallen apart recently, and they're now 43-51.
Yeah. Calvers, not going to be pleased.
It's going to be interesting the rest of the way for that Central Division, though, in the AL. I really feel strongly about that because you have the White Sox, the Guardians, and the Twins all within a game and a half of each other right now.
And that's what always happens. It feels like.
Well, it's interesting to say that because the Twins have a losing record and they're only 2 games back. They're 46-48. The Tigers have won. The Tigers going into last week were 38-50. They've popped off 5 straight wins, including a sweep of the A's today. So they're now 43-50. Excuse me, winners of 5 straight.
Speaking of the A's, your thoughts on the call by your former A. Brett Harris? I wanted to know more about him.
Brett Harris is not a bad player by any means. I watched him play when they were in Oakland. He's a great hitter, he's got a plus glove. He's a good defensive third baseman if he can get his bat to come around and everything. But he was hitting like 350 when he was in the minors for Las Vegas this season. But again, take that with a grain of salt because when the A's were playing up in
now.
I understand, but
Yeah.
he was playing in Las Vegas where when they were playing up in that Las Vegas ballpark
Yeah.
for that 6-game series, the ball was flying out of there.
Yeah. That's
why I say take it with a grain of salt. But when they're playing in they've always had that advantage when a team plays in that ballpark, though.
That was
because
before
it's
he
just-
got traded.
The ball flies out of there. But no, Harris is going to be good for Boston. I think he'll be a lot better when he develops more. But I know he's in his mid-20s. I know he's not
Where
a
does he
bad
play
hitter.
again?
He's a third baseman and a first baseman. I mean, he had 3 home runs 2 seasons ago, but he went 20 for 73 last year, but he got hurt. So he can certainly swing the bat. He will walk. It's just that he didn't get any playing time because they brought up Max Muncy to play over him. So, and they just sent him down yesterday for Soderstrom to come off the IL. So
I'll be back.
I really go ahead, Jesse. I'm sorry.
I said I'll be back.
Okay.
Is
Go ahead. Go ahead,
is
David.
Harris a player where I forgot what type of player it's called, but where you could be all over the infield and
Utility
outfield.
player.
Utility player, yeah. Is that who he is?
But the biggest issue, he's a third and first baseman. He could play both positions. He's played third, second, and he's DH'd and played first. So he plays 3 different positions. Unfortunately, with the calling up of him today, they had to put Ranger Suarez on the IL. So that's gonna hit him a bit.
I was gonna say we may be better 34 and 33, but we are so banked up right now. It's not even funny.
Well, they're going to face the Mets before the All-Star break, so I highly doubt it's going to be that big of a problem.
Well, the Mets won today, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. All-Star sale. They have an All-Star sale for MLB.TV. It's $47.99 right now.
Well, I already have a subscription. I don't know if that changes.
I really don't watch baseball unless I go to games now. It's just I don't get the channels. I don't watch ESPN. It's a love-hate relationship.
You're more of a radio guy.
Well, at least when I listen to it on the radio, I get to hear people cheering because I'm sorry, but when you're watching the game on television, and I have a big pet peeve with it. If you're interviewing the manager in the dugout, that's fine. But ESPN has ruined the experience by having them interview the players on the field.
Yeah, it's too much.
Well, it's because they're distracting the player with interviews and everything. It's just like you can wait till they're in the dugout to ask them questions. That's the biggest thing.
Wait until they're in the dugout. Don't save that for the All-Star game. It's not the time.
That's the big thing. And speaking of, the Red Sox have moved out of the cellar because they've won 6 straight, including, I believe, a sweep over Chicago this week. So that's why that division has gotten so close for the Central. But I don't rule anything as done because I look at the wild card. For the National League, the 3 leaders right now, and this is only for right now, are the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Braves. The Dodgers face Arizona, the Brewers face Pittsburgh, and then the Braves face St. Louis. So it's still plenty open. But when it comes to the NL wild card, it's currently 3 teams, and they're all within half a game of each other for that top spot. It's Chicago at 52 and 41, then the Marlins and the Phillies at 52 and 42. Okay. And the Marlins have won 6 straight. But after that, the next closest team, and that actually helps. The Braves are going to help the Phillies out and the Marlins out if they actually beat the Cardinals coming up. Because Cardinals are only 3 back, then it's the Nationals at 4, the Pirates at 500, the Diamondbacks, the Padres, the Reds, the Mets are somehow still in it, and then the Giants and the Rockies at the bottom. Probably out of it right now. But in the American League is where it gets a lot more intriguing. Because believe it or not, the wild card is going to be where it gets really weird. So currently division leaders are the Rays at 54-37. They're the best record in the American League right now. But the Dodgers have the best overall record, so in all of baseball. But it's White Sox, Rangers, and Rays. So the Rangers are actually leading the division in the West now after all this time. About time. But then it's the Yankees leading the wild card, the Guardians, and then the Mariners at 500, only half game back of the Rangers. Then it's the Twins, Astros, Jays, and lo and behold, you might laugh at this, David. After all the crap the Red Sox have been through, they're 2.5 games out of the wild card right now. 2.5 games.
Well, I'm still not that pleased because you're injured so much, and it's not. We're not gonna.
There's always a chance because the only other teams in front of them are Houston, Toronto, and Minnesota, and they have to face the Mets in a 3-game set. So 3 games could really change the tail of their season because the only team that they're in front of right now is just as hot as they are is Detroit, who has won 5 straight.
How many games are out of the 500?
They're only 5 games under 500 right now. So I'd say 500 is where Boston wants to be right now. If they can get there, that is.
And I just noticed your name tag.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go into that, but I will say this. Larry Baer and Buster Posey both could have handled that situation so much better. They didn't have to give some fluky apology. I'm not going to get into it too much other than that, but San Francisco was built. It's always been very prideful of the rainbow flag. Harvey Milk in that community, very heavy on gay pride. So baseball did not handle this well. Manfred didn't handle this well. And Buster Posey, he crapped the bed on this. Absolutely crapped the bed. And that, I think, is going to kill his legacy in San Francisco now because he didn't know how to handle this. You mismanage it, you botch it, and then you don't find a way to do it right. That's my thing about Buster Posey right now. He could have easily gotten put in the Giants Hall of Fame and everything, but now I don't think fans want him around much longer after everything that's gone on.
No.
And last thing I'll go into, and I'll let you guys have your turn. Logan Webb deleted his X account today after going after fans on Twitter.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he ran his mouth and then he decided to delete his X account. So
I don't know what's worse, wrestlers doing that or sports or actual sports players.
Well, they can't. How do I put this? I don't have a thing about people getting their feelings hurt, but it's just like you can't go around saying stupid stuff that's going to be quoted in the media and then try and delete the evidence.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
And what does Romy say all the time regarding evidence?
You'll be incriminated every single time. That's it. It's whoever. It's not who says what first. it's the second party who always gets caught. And in his situation, that's what happened.
Yeah. And always be careful what you say on social media as well. Because, there's a thing called karma for a reason.
Yeah.
That's all I say. I mean, I'm surprised nothing bad happened.
Oh, I can see why he's so he says, you know what's sad is they allow people like you in the locker room. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
He's talking about Jack Loader or Lauder.
He hasn't learned. He's supposed to be this representative and everything. He's an all-star this year too. That's the biggest thing is people are pissed off because Wheeler didn't get chosen over him because Wheeler has the better record. Like, I really don't understand. I just don't.
What's it, Contreras, on his Instagram was replying to a fan after a fan called him the P word, and then he was just like, meet me at Fenway. And I'm just like, good grief. That's all I was saying about what's Contreras. How I pronounce it.
With everything that's gone on in Boston the last couple of years with Durant and everything else, and him getting suspended for using a derogatory slur.
Well, Contreras didn't say the P word. It was a fan that told him the P word.
But still,
yeah.
Which one are we talking about? Which one we're talking about? A Spanish one that's.
I'll put it.
Oh God, not the sit down boy thing. That was even stupider by Kate Cavalli. That is something stupid because he's from down south and he's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That's why. He thinks it's okay to say that to people like that. It's not.
That's stupid.
He's lucky it was just his helmet that he threw. He's very lucky. Because they both got a 7-game suspension for it.
Yeah. And that was the word, the P word that a fan told Contreras after the fight on Instagram.
It's just the fact that social media has taken a stranglehold on what people can and can't say, and then they go and say dumb stuff like that, and they think nothing's going to happen.
That's why I don't post on Twitter anymore because, of course, we all know and runs it and everything, but, I just don't post it on Twitter anymore because if I say something wrong, then
you'll have
because I hate to say it, but there's too many keyboard warriors who think that they can get away with saying whatever. And then he said, she said, and it's just like, I'm not saying just ignore it. It's just like, everyone is looking to cause a fight that they can't finish. That's just the way it seems.
Back then, we used to call those flame wars.
They call it something else now. It's kind of, they call it rage bait now. It used to be called trolling, flame wars. Now it's called rage bait, and I hate that. I think that's the stupidest term I've ever heard.
I hate today's terms in general, but I'm trying. I know there was. Oh gosh, Zach Galf left the game earlier today. Injury. Oh boy.
I know Contreras apparently got hurt recently, so I don't know.
Bryce Harper is going to be in the home run derby.
Well, we'll see about that one. Bryce did win when it was in when it was at Nationals Park, I believe.
Yeah. And guess who's returning to the White Sox?
I feel like I should know that question.
Let's just say it was their DH. It was their DH.
White Sox. Oh, Murakami?
Yep.
Well, that's going to be the best time for it because he's been out for the last month and a half with his injury, and he was tearing up baseball. He only had 12 He only has 12 home runs now, but he was leading the league at one point in home runs and walks and strikeouts. But
Yeah.
he was helping the team along. But now their resurgence is going to be big. I know that much. But
So
last time, let me see. So I don't remember when he won the home run derby last.
Jordan Walker will also be joining the home run derby.
It's going to be interesting because I know they're going to a new format or an old format or whatever you would call it. But I know it doesn't say Harper won the home run derby, which is weird because I know he did.
Is Mike Trout in the All-Star game? Because I know that
he's injured. He can't participate.
He just got activated off the IL.
Okay, then he probably can participate.
The only Astro I see is Yordan Alvarez, which is a shocker. Normally you'll see Altuve or other. But
well, everyone needs to have at least one representation, as far as I know. They made that a thing years ago.
Oh, I thought that was recent.
Yeah, it's been a while now, though. Let me see. I'm trying to figure. Let me see. I'm trying to find when he won the home run derby because that's the thing that bothers me. I can't find it. I know he ended up getting into that fight and everything with Hunter Strickland in 2017, but no. It doesn't say, but I know he won the home run derby at one point. God, it's gonna bother me if I don't find out.
You got to tell Mr. Perez it's leaking not just from the bathroom, it's leaking from.
I'll do that for him. But I do want to say though, have you guys heard the news about Justin Verlander?
Well, he's retiring.
It's too little too late now at this point because he got hurt. He hasn't pitched. Scherzer's pitched more than he has. And I'm not saying it's a bad career because if you ever look at his numbers, Verlander had a great career. It's just that he hung on for too long. You want to know how many times he's pitched this season?
What's that?
One time.
Oh, yeah.
He has not pitched in a major league game since the second to last day of March.
Jeez.
And he made it through 3 2/3 against Arizona, and this was a regular season game, I add. Gave up 6 hits, 5 earned, a home run, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Faced 19 batters and took the loss. That's his only game he's pitched in. And after last year, where he went 4-11, even though his ERA was under 4, and he gave up 16 home runs in 152 innings, I think he should have retired after the 24th season, to be truthful with you.
Do you think Andrew McCutchen should retire after signing a minor deal with the Braves?
I don't think so. I think he's still young enough because he's not 40 yet. No, he turns 40 in October. He hasn't played with the Braves yet. He's going to get some minor league at-bats, then I'm sure they're going to call him up.
Were we here last time when Brent Booker was out for the season? Did we talk about that already?
I did not talk about that, but that is the biggest thing right now is I almost said it, for Sacramento and their team.
Yeah.
They've signed 3 players to big contracts, really big contracts that they thought they were going to be able to keep up with and everything else. Rooker's out for the season. He barely hit 200, had 10 home runs. Was not great. He regressed to his pre-Oakland form, where he was with Kansas City, San Diego, and Minnesota. Lawrence Butler has not played well at all, including a miscue where he called off the A's newest guy that they brought up, who's actually really been hitting the ball well and playing second base. His name is Josiah Kuroda. I think it's Grouder or something like that. I think it's Josiah Kuroda. Joshua Kuroda Grauer. That's what his name is. But there was a ball hit to the outfield, and this really just irritated the Jesus out of me when I saw it, because it was a 2-1 game when this happened. There was 2 outs, lazy fly ball hit to right field. Kuroda Grauer's going out to get it, and then Butler says, I got it. Grauer would have had the ball, but the ball drops, 2 runs score. It's a double. The A's go on to lose that one. On a play that should have been the right fielder's ball if he had seen it all the way. I'm not going to make an excuse, but Butler has not played up to standards. He's absolutely sucked, and he's on a massive deal as well. That's the thing, is when you regress to the mean and you're not hitting 200 right now, they gave it 26, soon to be 26 tomorrow, actually. So his 26th birthday. They gave him a 7-year, $65.5 million contract. He's hitting 199 right now, as of yesterday's game. Well, it's going to be yesterday's game. He's got 5 home runs, 22 RBIs, and right now he's standing at 69 strikeouts versus just 30 walks. He's worth 2.5 less wins than he was last year when he had 21 home runs and 22 steals. He struck out 179 times last year. He's getting a big money contract. And then Soderstrom, who just came back from being injured again, he's been their most productive guy of the 3 that they gave money to. And he signed a 5-year, $34.3 million contract. Not big by any standards, but he's the 3rd highest paid guy on the team. 4th or 5th. But still, 44 walks, 21 doubles, 71 hits. He's hitting 243. He had a stretch where he was just crushing the ball. And last year, he had a 3.8 WAR season to earn that contract. So I can highly suggest, don't pay the player before their prime if you don't think that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because Rooker's in his 30s, Butler is 26 and regressed so badly, they've had to replace him with Colby Thomas and Carlos Torres. Carlos Cortez, that's what his name is. If you've gotten to be so bad that you've had to be replaced in the field, and then they put him in the field anyways, and he's terrible. That's like having Yordan Alvarez play left field like they were doing in Houston. Yordan is first and foremost going to be a first baseman / DH for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
And he'll get on base and he'll do whatever he does, but I'm just not sure what the Sacramento A's are going to do when they do go, because they're not winning in that minor league ballpark either. That's the thing that makes me laugh every single time, is they have blown so many leads in that minor league ballpark. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, when I think of Fenway Park, it's a major league park. When I think of Minute Maid Park, and yes, I still call it Minute Maid Park, not Daikon Park or whatever they call it now. That's a major league park, even though the Crawford boxes steals a couple homers a year. That's still a major league park. And even now, look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay had played in the minor league stadium in Steinbrenner Field all last year. Ever since they've been back at Tropicana Field, you could see the difference. They are in second place right now.
Yeah, they feel so much
No,
better.
they're in first place. First place, excuse me. Go ahead, David. I'm sorry.
They feel so much better playing that ballpark than they did with not even their own minor league ballpark. I mean, I know that's the same thing for the A's, but I'm trying to say. Why
It's
they
the
play
whole
so much better.
situation. The whole situation could have been handled so much better if they had just stayed in Oakland.
Hmm. But
I know it's beating a
you know
dead
what
horse.
I'm upset about?
Hmm.
Why is Sonny Gray not in the All Star game?
That's actually a very good question because he's 10-1. I don't even know
No.
how he's not an all-star.
Do they still vote people in, or does the league choose them now?
I think it's fan voting. I'm not sure, but listen to these stats. I don't know when Sonny Gray starts again. I think he probably doesn't start again before the All-Star break. But in 16 starts, he's 10-1. Excuse me. He's 10-1. 261 ERA, 2.2 WAR, 82 strikeouts, and 89 2/3 innings. He's given up just 10 home runs in that time frame. He's leading the league in wins and winning percentage. And he's the best pitcher on the Red Sox right now. His ERA plus a 155. He's walked just 23 batters in 89 2/3 innings. He's looking to get to his third straight season of 200 or more strikeouts. He is good, but I don't even if I had to guess, just to hazard a guess, All-Star Team AL. Okay, so they're not done voting on that one, but I'm sure it'll be done soon. But this is based off of 2 days ago, by the way. So
Are you talking about
Chapman
Sonny
made
Gray?
it. Chapman made it, by the way. Yeah. So here's the All-Star pitching staff for the American League: Cam Schlitter, Dylan Cease, Joe Ryan. Actually, you know what? I think it could happen. Sonny Gray can
With Sonny
replace
Gray.
Ranger Suarez
Yeah.
if the manager chooses it, I think. Because somebody has to replace him because he's hurt.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's Parker Messick, Drew Rasmussen. Then it's a bunch of relievers. It's Louis Varland, Michael Walker, Jacob Latz from the Rangers, Cade Smith, their closer, Brian Baker from the Rays, and then Aroldis Chapman. And that's it. But I think Sonny Gray deserves it because he's having a career year for a guy who wasn't supposed to do anything at the age of 36. He's on pace to have his best wins in a season ever. He's never won more than 14 in a season. And before last year, he hadn't won 14 games since when he was 25 years old. So almost a decade of just that was the last time he was an all-star for the Twins when he went 8-8 that year. In 2023. So that was 3 years ago now, but he wasn't an all-star when he went 13-9 last year, wasn't an all-star when he went 14-8 the year before. And then he's 10-2 this year. He's already got a higher WAR this year than his previous two at this point in time. So he's good. He's very good, but I think they made a mistake by not putting him in. I like Ranger Suarez, but they normally don't have them be on the team if they're going to pitch before the All-Star break or they're injured.
Yeah.
So they could replace Suarez or whoever else, but I'd have to look at probable pitchers for it to be probable pitchers. I'm gonna be doing
some pitchers are at the All-Star game, but no pitch at all.
Okay, so this is for tomorrow. I don't see any. So Messick's pitching tomorrow, so he won't be used in the All-Star break. He won't for the All-Star game. He won't be able to pitch.
Who's that?
And then Sonny Gray also pitches tomorrow, so he won't be able to pitch in the All-Star game, even if he was. He would be an All-Star if they allowed him to, but that's the biggest mistake. Is if Sonny Gray wins tomorrow against McLean, he's going to be 11-1, and you're keeping him out of the All-Star game.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. I really don't know. I just know if that's one of your team's best pitchers, and I don't know who the. Let's see. The manager should be last year's. It's the Blue Jays manager. So John Schneider.
Yes.
Maybe uneven biased. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure when in 2005, when La Russa was the manager for the All-Star game in Detroit, I'm sure he didn't pick too many Astros because of the rivalry. I'm sure he didn't pick too many Cubs either.
Yeah.
It's always the rivalry aspect, but you have to respect the players that you're fighting against. They
Also,
earn that
Sonny
much
Gray.
respect, I think.
Sonny Gray is not really a Boston Red Sox. He was a St. Louis Cardinal and whoever else after that.
Okay, so A's, Yankees, Reds, Twins, Cardinals. I feel like I'm missing one. Boston. So he's on 5 different teams, possibly a 6th. I do not know. What I do know is, no, I got it right. But still, if your if one of the best pitchers in baseball is not on the All-Star roster, you're gonna have problems. I mean, Zach Wheeler, he dismantled the Reds the other night because he wasn't on the All-Star roster. Like, he shut him down pretty good.
What was that, Jesse?
No, it just sucks that certain players that are really good don't make roster spots or get snubbed, as I like to call them.
Yeah.
And it's true because the biggest one that really makes me mad is the home run derby participant gets to be named an All-Star now.
That makes no sense.
I saw that recently, and it boggles the mind. Just because you participate in the home run derby does not make you an All-Star. And
No.
Our home run derby participants All-Stars. There it is. Excuse my language. I was about ready to say the loudest F word I ever said. But I'm going to screen share with you guys what I looked up. Right here.
Oh,
This
you're,
right here.
You're joining the home run derby? No, I'm just kidding.
No, not all home derby participants are selected as All-Stars. All right, I'll be right there. But no, Cespedes, both years he won it, didn't go to the All-Star game. Giancarlo, 2016, won the event, wasn't an All-Star. Pete Alonso won the home run derby in 21, not an All-Star. But I don't get that. There's plenty of deserving guys out there. Guerrero backed out because he didn't want to play in the game, so they had the big first baseman from the A's go instead. But that's different. Number one thing now is don't say crap like home run derby participants have to be All-Stars. That's not true.
No.
Anyway, that's all I got, guys.
All right. Well, in this episode here, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all after the All-Star break. And let me try to find the stop button.
The All-Star game is on the 14th, so in 5 days.
Oh, hell yeah. It's going to be fun. Is it going to be on television or is it going to be on a...
I think it's on Tuesday, so let me
It's
see.
going to be on
All-Star game.
It's gonna be on TV and radio.
Next month,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
finally
gonna
get
be-
my PS5, David. You know what that means. Batter up.
Mm.
Let's see. So the Home Run Derby's on Monday. The All-Star Sunday is going to have the Futures game on Sunday. They have the All-Star Village running through July 11th through the 14th. And then they have the Swingmen Classic, which is actually really cool. That's the one where
What's
it's the
that?
historically black colleges and universities.
Oh,
So that I like they added. But there's those. But it's normally on Fox, so that way. But it doesn't mean anything anymore. They got rid of the home field advantage rule. But thank you guys for having me.
You're
you're
welcome.
welcome, and we'll see you all next time. See you all there.
I just hope someone hits one 500 feet.